4 years ago today, my life really changed for the better. Like, your boy moved out here with 2 suitcases, 2 duffel bags, and a backpack, and moved from Haverhill, Massachusetts to Phoenix, Arizona. And from that point on, like, everything changed. Like, everything changed about me. I'm talking like my mindset, just the growth as a human being, my relationship with God. I didn't have God in my life before I moved out here. Like, I was just doing things on my own, being self-made, being careless. And, once I moved out here, I got a reality check real quick. I thought, oh yeah, paying rent's gonna be easy. Finding a job is gonna be easy. Like, bro, when I first moved out here, I had 3 jobs just to make rent and be able to pay all my bills. I didn't have any extra money. Like, I was putting myself in debt, trying to live a lifestyle that I couldn't afford, man. I was really like culture shocked and just seeing everybody with the nice cars and stuff like that. Like, I ain't saying I went out and bought a nice car. Like, how I was trying to portray my life, like it wasn't what it was reflecting in my bank account. I ain't even gonna lie. I had to work and grind and grind and grind. And I look back now, I'm like, everything I said I wanted to do, I've done it up until this point. 3 years ago, I was like, I want a job where I could work from home and still be able to make a good amount of money to live well and just be, comfortable. And I'm doing that right now. My first apartment was a shit show, but it was my own apartment. Like, I was paying, y'all won't even believe this, I was paying like $850 a month, probably like $1,000 total with utilities and everything for a 1-bedroom apartment, like 850 square feet. But it wasn't the nicest apartment, but it was my own, because at the time I barely had credit. I just opened up a credit card a few months ago, but I still got approved. My parents didn't co-sign any type of lease. Like, I did this all, and at this point, I would say, like 4 years ago, I would say I did it all by myself, but nah, it was all God, man. God put me in this position. Like, I really had to learn how to manage my bills. I really learned how to eat right, because I was buying frozen food. I really didn't know how to cook. I didn't know how to keep my body the way it is now. Remember, I couldn't even afford a gym membership, so I was really going to Planet Fitness, paying $5, and that gym was terrible, but I just really was trying to figure things out, man. And I didn't have furniture for, I would say 6 months, something like that. I didn't have furniture for the longest. All I really had was a bed, my TV, a TV stand, a kitchen table. I really didn't have nothing, but I was living good. And I told myself, I was like, yo, I'm gonna live in, an apartment like I have right now. I'm gonna be able to have all these things and, really work for it. And I really had to work for it, and I'm at this point now where I'm still living on my own, thankfully, being able to afford rent, being able to just, have everything be paid for and not really have to worry about when the next check is coming like I did 4 years ago. And, it's just all glory to God, man, for bringing me out here, because if you would have told me I would have went through all this in 4 years, I would have never moved out here. I'm being straight up with you. I would have never moved out here, because that's the amount of things that I've endured while being out in Arizona. And it's not easy. Moving on your own is not easy. Moving away from your family and your friends is not easy. I had to be out here during COVID. I moved out here in 2019, and COVID was literally a couple months later, and I was living on my own during COVID with nobody out here. I had a few friends from back home, but it's COVID. We weren't chilling being able to be like we were now. And it was a struggle. I'm not even gonna lie. There were some low days, my lowest of lows. It was literally just a roller coaster. But I wish at that point I had God in my life to see that he got me and that I could trust him and that he was gonna get me to this point right now where I'm 4 years later, I'm still out here. I never been on the streets, never been homeless, always had transportation, always had money to pay my bills, and that's what's the most important thing. Always had food to eat, just able to live, survive. And I'm forever grateful, because if I was living back home, I think I would be living at home for, a couple more years before I even decided to, move to Arizona. I would have been depressed still being back home. And if I didn't move when I moved, because I literally graduated college June 2019, I was in Arizona September 2019. If I would have waited 2 more months or another year, I don't think I would have made it out here because of COVID. Truth be told, I don't think I would have done it. I look back, I'm like, how did I do that? And looking at it now, I'm like, if I had to move somewhere else, I don't think I could do it. I'm being straight up with you, because it's a lot. But that's the beauty of it. It's the unknown. You just gotta, believe in yourself and believe that you can do it. And I wanted to prove so many people wrong and prove myself wrong that I could do it, because A lot of people were really out here thinking I wouldn't last out here and thought I would move home after a few months or like a year, and then I'm still out here and people asking me, oh, when you coming home? There's no knock to me not wanting to go home. Like, I'll be straight up with y'all. I haven't been home in almost 2 years, and that's no knock to anyone back there. That's not because I'm running from anything. It's just I have a life out here and I love being here. My family comes and visits me out here. They love it out here. I ain't saying there's nothing for me back home because I still got people back there who I got all the love for, but my life is here. My life is in Arizona, and you know, I'm starting a new legacy. I'm starting a whole new generation. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody in my family was born on the East Coast. If I stay here and one day have a family, like, they're gonna be born on this side of the country, maybe in Arizona. Like, I don't know what the future holds. If I had to guess, I'm gonna assume I'm gonna be here for the foreseeable future. But like I said, anything can happen. Like, God works in mysterious ways, and you know, the dream has always been California. Like, that dream is still right here, but Arizona is home for me. Like, Arizona is a place where I want to be. It's growing, it's up and coming, a lot of newer faces, and it's a lot of people to meet and connect with, and Arizona's great. You know, the heat, it's ridiculous during the summertime, but oh well, I'll take that over the snow any day. This goes to show that God really was working in my favor even before I even built my relationship with him and really started to seek him for things. And that goes to show, like, there's a lot of things that God does for us, even when we don't ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did not have God in my life, and he was still looking out for me because he loved me. He cared for me. He knew that eventually I was going to be able to seek him and, you know, be where I am with him right now in terms of our relationship. And it just goes to show that wherever you're at right now, it's not permanent. Like, there's still work that needs to be done. There's still, like, anything can happen. And like I said, if you would have told me, you know, when I was in high school, I'd be living in Arizona right now, I would have laughed in your face, because I really had a completely different picture of where I would be right now. And that's not to say I'm not blessed, because I am. I'm truly blessed to have this life. I'm truly blessed to be where I'm at. And I just want to let y'all know, like, whatever you want to do, and I continue to say this, whatever you want to do, just go for it, man. Don't worry about the what ifs. Don't worry about, you know, you possibly failing. Like, everyone's gonna fail. I failed multiple times while being out here, but I learned, you know, I recouped and got back on my feet and kept it pushing. When I decided to move to Arizona, I wasn't thinking about the what ifs. I just said, I'm moving to Arizona, and that was it. I didn't let nobody try to affect me in my decision. I was so focused on what I wanted to do, and I didn't let anybody deter me from getting to that goal and getting to where I wanted to go. And now I'm here, and it paid off. Arizona's home, man. And I'm so blessed. I thank God for allowing me to be here for 4 years. 4 years, and I'm still going strong. And this ain't the end. You know, I'm excited to see what the next 4 years bring, or even in the next year. You know what I'm saying? Speaking to y'all on this platform, I'm thankful for all y'all, of course, but a lot of things wouldn't have happened if I didn't move. And I'm truly, truly thankful that I did, because I can actually sit back and smile and be so proud of how far I've come, even when I didn't really see the bigger picture years ago. But now I do see, and you know, that's how I know God loves me. He loves all of us. And yeah, man, we here 4 years, man. 4 years in AZ, in the desert, you feel me? But I just want to do that little celebration for myself, a little accomplishment, because if, like I said, if y'all really knew what it took to get to this point, man, y'all would y'all wouldn't even believe it. Yeah, that's pretty much it for y'all, man. I hope you have a good rest of your week. Stay blessed.